Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, this place can get downright loud when the roof is closed, and that's the situation here today at NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory, and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. On the defensive side, here are the starters for Tennessee. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I would have loved to have been in their meetings this week and hear that grizzled old defensive coordinator talk about, well, you did okay, guys. We did all right. Hold them to 13 was pretty good, but this week, I expected to be less than that.
I'm going to need to hear that a lot more often. I don't know what it was, but I liked it. He finds his target, Fuller. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
It's a gain of 5, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw, and that will be incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Come on now, let's go.
So here are the Titans now for their first drive. Orchestrating the offense will be their versatile quarterback, the Hawaii native, Oregon Duck product. Of course, that's Marcus Mariota.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's caught. Smith. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Mariota to throw it. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
A first down throw for Mariota. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. And the offensive starters for Tennessee.
And they're coming off a good win on the road last week, but they do know that they have a home game next week. So all the focus has to be, can they get a second win on the road and make going home that much sweeter? That's the intention in this ballgame.
Mariota's throw on the money to Davis. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. He may try and run for this. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. On the defensive side here, the starters for the Texans. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
On third down, Mariota. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And now out comes Houston. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The numbers for him from a week ago: 20 carries, 84 yards.
And when I watch them operate, I see a unit that's playing with extreme confidence. Offensive line, tight ends, wide receivers. You see a group that wants their number 8 rusher.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Open man is Anderson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. This is Elliott. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Mariota on 3rd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They go play action. Mariota. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The end result, 21 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory. Down at the 33. Now Elliott. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Mariota, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that drive 7 plays in length. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Draw play. It's Eckler. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try and at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He has not had the game that he envisioned. His team has not had the game that they've envisioned here. So how do they turn this around now?
Well, right now what he's looking forward to doing is finding a way to get the added weight on his...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Ready, go.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Marcus Mariota and the Titans about to go on offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. On second down now, it's Elliott, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Mariota from the gun on third down. He's got Smith here. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mariota on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12. On first and 10, here's Mariota. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. The second down throw here for Mariota. Airing it out deep for Smith. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. They'll throw again. Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here is Eckler.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thornton. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, first and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. Here's a 2nd and 7. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Marcus Mariota and the offense heading back out for their next possession. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Mariota. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On now is the Titans punter as he's on here to punt it away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Check three.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. 4 yards on the dump off at 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
53 is the mic. Hey, let's get that ball, Dean. Let's get that ball right here.
To throw again on second down. Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Now Mariota. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On now is the Titans punter. He's been terrific so far. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Houston. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 1. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game, it was Marcus Mariota with a strong first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive in the second half.
Yep, another touchdown was scored there. Now we're talking about a two-score game, and they're probably on their way, creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. He'll get this to Eckler, and he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Again, it's Elliott. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 82 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game being on the second half no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 17-3. This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at the 20. Mariota. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
Give me some.
I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And now out comes Houston. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Texans send the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Titan football. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. 3rd and long here for Mariota. That one complete to Elliott. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
60 outlaw. No chance.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
It's Eckler again. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This is taken at about the 14. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Marcus Mariota getting ready to go again here on offense. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down now, Corbin looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Defense.
So that one will be accepted.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Automatic 1st down.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Tight end left, tight end left. 4 down.
Now back to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. That'll bring up second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Thornton. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mariota. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Mariota now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. You can't block me.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. That is incomplete. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Working out of the gun, Mariota. A dump off to Elliott. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Let's go, baby.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And this is, unfortunately for him, a montage he's probably not going to want to keep here for his files.
And I'm not so sure that he would describe it as a spotlight, although it is beating down on him pretty well, as is the rush. He's been hit, harassed, uncomfortable. It's been a really, really tough day for him.
Been sacked 6 times. See all that pressure coming from all angles. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
2nd and 10. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Here's Jackson to return. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there, a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Mariota on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Mariota to throw it. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Let's go, let's go.
And here comes the Texans now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
That's it, baby.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. On the delay, Jones. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And a loose football. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the penalty, it's Jones. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
Keep playing hard.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
We certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
I got you, boy.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Forcing the incomplete pass on 4th down, and then roughing the passer.
Your offense was ready to roll, ready to get out on the field and take over. Instead, self-inflicted. Now they have to stay on the field and play.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Single.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 18. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Austin Safarian-Jenkins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And the Titans are going to recover the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Elliott. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They go to Elliott again. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Texans down on the scoreboard. 1:36 to go. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery, but first things first. 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. With a catch made by Hopkins. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Going on the ground with Eckler.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2nd and 1. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He finds Hopkins complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Titans, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.